Okay, now we start getting into things where you might be able to use this in life. Money. Okay, so this is interest, right? Earning interest on money. So here's what you need to be aware of. When you see the phrase compounding continuously, it automatically means that your account balance will be equal to, and you would use this equation right there to find out what your account balance is. So then you just have the task of labeling. So this is the amount the investing, well, that's the principal. So we'll call this the P. In a retirement account with a fixed annual interest rate, well, that's the rate. So this 6% rate is 0.06, and this is the T value. So now we have our P, our R, and our T. We can plug the P, the R, and the T into that equation. So let's get started. The account balance is here. The principal, well, the principal amount is $6,109 times, remember, E is a constant, times E to the rate, which is 0.06. Here, it's supposed to be in blue. Times time. And this is now going to be a calculator keystroke. And then this is going to be an approximation. So this is what you type in your calculator. If you have the T130, it's 6109. I'm putting a box around it because this is going to be, so then you're going to hit the second LN button. And when you hit the second LN button, it's going to show on your screen E to the caret, left parentheses, and in the parentheses, you type 0.06 times 13, and then remember to close that parentheses and then hit enter. So let me do that right now. It is 6109, then I hit second LN, it gives me E to the caret, 0.06 times 13, close parentheses, enter, and the account balance after 13 years at 6%, compounding continuously, will be about $13,326 and, oops, not a comma. Because this is money, you're going to round to the hundredths because that would be the cents. Let me get rid of this. So just 2 decimal places. So that will be 61 cents. And we rounded, so that's why it's important to put the approximation symbol. All right, I'm going to pause this. Okay, now we have a situation. We don't know. Ming invests a sum of money, but we don't know. Well, the sum of money is the principal. So now we need to get the P by itself. So let's go ahead and write all of this stuff out, the stuff that we know. So we know the account balance is $6,714.79, and that's equal to the principal times E to the, let's see, what's the rate? The rate is 8%, so this is the rate, and that's 0.08 times, here's the T, times 6 years. Well, if we want to get this by itself, E to all of that stuff is just multiplying. So divide. You don't even have to simplify first. Okay, and what we're looking for is the principal amount. So now what you're going to type in, you're going to type in that A value, you're going to hit divide, and then you have to hit second LN, this is for T130X, yeah. Then it will give you e to the caret and then 0.08 times 6, and then you need to close the parentheses and hit enter. Okay, so it looks like the p-value is about, it rounds to an even dollar amount, $4,155. So that was the original amount that you invested, and after 6 years at 8%, you had a little over $6,700. Okay, for this one, the time is going to be missing. Look at how long means we don't know the time. Danielle invests $3,136 in a retirement account with a fixed annual interest rate of 7% compounded continuously. How long will it take her for the account balance to reach $11,055.72? So this is the account balance. This is the rate. We're going to turn that back to a decimal. And then this right here is the P. So let's write all of that down. So $11,055.72 is equal to the the principal, which is $3,136 times e to the caret. Now these get a little bit trickier, and then it's the rate 0.07 times t. Well, we need to get all of this stuff by itself before we can get to that t in the exponent. So we're going to divide both sides by the 3,136. And when we do that, notice the dollar signs are going to cancel. Now don't even worry about, whoops, I reversed the 6 and the 3. Don't even worry about dividing. We're going to leave it just like that because you're going to use that to type it into your calculator. All right, so now we have this stuff right here. You would write it down on your paper, but I'm going to write it as stuff just to save time. E to the 0.07 times t. Well, remember, we have an exponential here. What is the undoing of an exponential with a base e? It's taking the ln of both sides. So now we've taken the ln of both sides, and what happens? This has an exponent. Well, we're going to bring that down in front. So this is going to be 0.07t times the ln of e. Well, if you type second ln, you get e to the caret. Just type 1, because there's that invisible 1. You're going to get 1. So this just cancels to 1. And then over here, we have the ln of all that stuff. Remember, the dollars canceled. And we need to get this t by itself, and 0.07 is attached by multiplication, so we're going to divide both sides. So you type into your calculator ln, it gives you left parentheses 11,055.72, divide 3136, right parentheses, divide 0.07. And what we get is about 18 years. It took about 18 years from it to go from 3,000, just over 3,000, to just over 11,000 in 7 years. Well, so it almost doubled twice. Not quite, but not too bad. Better than nothing. Okay, finally, we need to find the interest rate. Jacob invests $1,054 in a savings account with fixed annual interest rate compounded continuously. They don't give us the rate, so the rate is the variable we solve for. after 8 years, that's the time, the total balance reaches $1,572.38. So I went ahead and wrote all of that out, identified the A, the P, and the T, and now we're missing the R. So notice that R is in the exponent, so this almost gets solved. Well, it does. It gets solved in the identical fashion as the last time. We're going to divide both sides by the principal amount. And when we do that, the dollar signs cancel. And then we're going to take the log of both sides. And I'm going to call that stuff for right now. Oops, I need to make room. A times R is 8R. And then you're going to bring that 8R using the log. Remember, something to an exponent, when a base is being raised to an exponent, you multiply, because that's e to the 1 right there. All right, and then now what do we have? We have, the L and the V can cancel, and now we are left with this 8. Well, now that stuff is 1572.38 divide 1054. And now you're going to solve, you type ln 1572 and 38 cents, so 0.38 divide 1054. Now close the parentheses, now divide it. So you get, that looks like it's about, this says, my calculator says this, 0.04 and then a bunch of repeating 9s. So that's about 5% is what the rate is about. All right, we did one of each type. So that's it for compounding continuously. The first one we were missing the A. The second one we were missing the P. And then the third and fourth video, or third and fourth problems, is either the R or the T was missing. All right, that's it for this one.